Hey, shalom, hey, shalom. I want to start with those by giving no praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Hashem, Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of GMS, and honor to you brothers doing the work in truth, with sincerity. This is just a quick one on the, the situation over there in the land of Israel at the moment. 50 Palestinians dead. For some, which call U.S. moving the embassy over there to the land of, into the city of Jerusalem, right? But the problem is, you get people that will come up to us at the camp and stuff, etc., etc., etc. The problem is, neither of those people are supposed to be in that land, right? Neither of those people, are the true Israelites, the biblical Israelites, right? In fact, let me start off on that. Right, so Revelation 2 and 9 says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, right? Spiritually rich, right? It's talking about the Israelites. Right, so scriptures talk about how rich is wisdom is, scriptures liken wisdom to rubies. Right, fam, do I have that here as a preset? No, don't. Yeah, but it says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. Right, so that who's currently, originally when this was written, to the Israelites over there in Smyrna, right? But nowadays, that can be applied to these gutter rats over there that have stolen our identity, right? And and now putting shame on the name, right? Because like I said, you get people who trying to come up to us at the camp or amped up saying, oh, can you support Israel, or do you support Israel, whatever. It's like, no, they ain't us, right? This is Joel 3 and 2 says, I will also gather all nations, and I'll bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, meaning Yahweh's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right, and they've parted the land of Israel. Right, they've split it into East Jerusalem, West Jerusalem. No. Right, they, if I remember, yeah, right, that's what these guys have done, right? And then they just think they're just gonna get away scot-free, but that's not so. Like I said, it's just a quick one on the fact that the real rulers of that land aren't in there, so it doesn't matter. Right, it says Zechariah 9:8, because what do the scriptures say? It says, the Lord planted a garden eastward in Idan, right? Now, Adon means paradise, referencing the entire in the entire earth, right? But it says eastward in Adon, and when you map, all the rivers and all of this stuff, that you basically, because it mentions 4 rivers, the Pison, the Gihon, the Euphrates, and the Jordan, if I remember correctly, right? And all of those basically go through the land of Israel, right? So that garden was in Israel. Right, so this is supposed to be, a beautiful garden, but look at pictures of Israel right now, right? It's disgusting. You got Pink City over there. Despite the fact it's supposed to be a fulfillment of prophecy. When the Israelites are in the land of Israel, they ain't gonna be no more war. They ain't gonna be people are gonna be keeping the law. Well, there won't be no Islam when the children of Israel are in power, right? It says Zechariah 9 and 6 is in a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, right, a port city, right? It says in Israel, it says, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines, right? So, hey, look, a bastard is dwelling in Ashdod at the moment, right? Let me get this as well. As Jeremiah 17 and 4 says, and now even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. Right, and I bring that up because the real Israelites, the majority of them, they don't give a shit. They don't care. They don't even know it's their own land. Like, you got people fighting over it. Right, they don't know, and they don't consider. Right, it says Isaiah 14 and 1 says, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. The real Israelites. Right, the real Jews, the so-called Negro, over there in the land of America. You read Jeremiah 14 and 2 says, Judah mourneth, right, the gates thereof languish, they are black, right, onto the ground, right? What would you call it? In fact, let me get these beautiful precepts, man. No point just quoting them. Right? It says, Judah mourneth in the gates, Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourneth the gates thereof, language they are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Right? You got what do you call it? Let me get some precepts on it. Right? Lamentations 4:8. Right? It says they have their visage, right? Visage. Right? Shape, form, outline, figure, appearance, right? So how they look, right? So they look blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaved to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick, right? The point there is their visage is blacker than a coal, right? You have Songs of Solomon 1:5, right? It says, I am black, but calmly. Now, when you actually read this in the Hebrew, right, the word here for but is a wa. Right, and in the Hebrew, wa is and. So, what would you call it? Solomon said, I am black and beautiful, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Right, Kedar. Right. Saying, it says, look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. Right, so, when the Israelites are in the sun, right, we get darker. Right, when these devils are in the sun, they just get burnt. Right? And if they do get darker, they ain't getting black. Right? So this is talking about how, Solomon was a dark-skinned man. Right? So, like I said, man, let me just close up on that again on Isaiah 14. It says, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Right? And that's, that's the land of Israel. Right, it says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Right. So you got all of these skirmishes going on, but in truth, man, look, none of those people deserve to be in that land, and there won't be peace on earth until the real inhabitants of that land are in that land. So with that, say shalom.